Alrighty, good morning. It's morning when I'm recording this. I just suppose I should say good day. Um, this is just a brief recap of what I covered in a quick lecture on the benefits of using a proper development text editor as opposed to something like Notepad. We've already covered some of the differences. Basically, it talks about syntactical highlighting and the ability to format quickly and easily. But I want to cover a couple of other mild differences as well. Now, the lecture notes that you have for our courses sometimes focuses on Sublime, and Sublime is a nice tool. I just want to present something a little bit different, an alternative option, and that is Visual Studio Code. It's a nice tool. It does give you some pretty nice features, but you have to tell it what features you want, and you do that by giving it a file type. For example, if I want to create an HTML document, I can say HTML. Well, I need to create a new file, so Control N, and then HTML head. None of those quick tricks are really working for us. All right. If I do create a new document, it says, hey, you really need to select a language. Now we can do this here by saying, hey, I want to do HTML, and then my shortcuts will work for me. However, another nice easy trick is when you do a Control N and you want it to save as, or you want it to format as an HTML document in this case, you can simply go File, Save As, because you're going to have to anyway, and you give it a name. I'm going to call it index, and it's not a plain text file. I'm going to scroll down and select HTML. So I'm going to save it as index.html. Now clearly I already have an index.html file, so I'm going to overwrite it, but it doesn't matter. By saying, hey, I want to create an HTML document, it now recognizes the formatting. So when I say, hey, let's start my document, it's not right, this is a doc type statement, but that's out of scope right now. I can hit enter and it'll start doing the shortcuts for me. If I hit enter a second time, it will space and indent my code automatically for me. Same with the head command. I can hit enter and it'll start and end the head tags. If I hit enter a second time, it will put the line break and again give me proper spacing. Same with title. All right, and just like that. Okay, you can go down and you can start your body with simply the body tag. And because you've already spaced and indented the head, it's going to try and space and indent the body for you as well. It's a nice feature, but you have to tell it. Now you can tell it at the very beginning when you create the file by saying this is the syntax I want to use, but you're going to have to save it as an HTML file anyway, so you might as well do that first. That's one of the things I covered. The other thing I want to cover is when you move your mouse on top of one of these tags, you get a context-sensitive pop-up occurring, explaining what's going on here. This is quickly talking about the title, which gives you a brief explanation of what the title does. And you can actually click on the link and it will take you to the Mozilla Document Network, which will actually explain in greater detail, including some of the attributes that you can use with this. Okay. Now, granted, title wasn't the best choice, but if you take a look at an image tag, right, it'll allow us to start doing it. Now, it's missing the / that we like to use here, but with the image tag, you can actually go to a reference page and it'll talk about a lot of the supporting formats, the attributes that are supported with it. It goes in pretty good detail of what you can do with an image tag. It's a very nice, handy little feature, okay? And it comes incorporated. Now, I'm sure other text editors include this as well. It's possible that Sublime includes this as well. But I find this to be a nice, lightweight, quick text editor, and I'd really like you to consider it, and is leaps and bounds beyond Notepad. That's it. If you have any questions, as always, I am available to answer them. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Cheers.